Our Europe correspondent Barbara Miller joins us now from Baby Central London. Barbara, good morning to you, and the happy reaction just keeps on flowing, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. A great relief, and not least for the couple who's just had this baby. The media has been camped outside that hospital for weeks now. It's been very hot. Today was the hottest day of the year, and people were really starting to go a little bit crazy outside there. The Duchess of Cambridge was admitted around 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning, London time, and since then it's just been blanket coverage. There were no real updates on her progress, but around 8:30 this evening, London time, news indeed that a baby boy had been born, third in line to the throne.
And as far as we know, it looks as though it was a pretty much textbook birth, Barbara, with the baby coming out at an exceedingly healthy weight as well.
Yeah, a little bit higher than average, but certainly a bouncing baby boy, I think you would call that. We hear that both baby and the mother are doing well. They will both spend the night in hospital. I guess it wasn't entirely a textbook pregnancy. There was that time early on in the pregnancy, as you remember, that she was admitted to hospital with quite severe morning sickness and had to spend quite some time there, and then a long time afterwards just recovering from that. So I wouldn't say textbook all the way. There were also stories that she was up to a week late. We're not entirely sure if that's true. So it may have been a little bit overdue, and there certainly was some intense morning sickness at the beginning of the pregnancy, but a happy outcome confirmed just a few hours ago.
William obviously is very happy. He's put out a statement saying he's delighted to become a dad, but also just as happy is the royal grandfather. Prince Charles has put out a very happy few words, saying that he's certainly happy about the safe passage of the baby boy, but also the fact that he's now become a grandfather.
Yeah, it was really quite an emotional statement, wasn't it, from Prince Charles? He was seen earlier in the day. He was on an official engagement in New York, and a child handed him a present for the baby, and he seemed a bit flustered and a bit impatient and said, well, the baby hasn't quite appeared yet. But his statement following the birth of the baby, he says both he and his wife are overjoyed, an incredibly special moment for William and Catherine. We are so thrilled for them. He then goes on to say grandparenthood is a unique moment in anyone's life, as countless kind people have told me in recent months, so I'm enormously proud and happy to be a grandfather for the first time. So really, yes, quite an emotional statement. Nice to see that side of Prince Charles, who can sometimes come across as just a little bit stiff.
Just a little bit stiff. Now, any indication, Barbara, as to when we'll see Kate and the bub?
We don't know yet. People have speculated that perhaps the mother and father with their new baby may appear on the steps of the hospital on Tuesday, London time. It could be another day or two after that. It has to be said that protocols have been broken during the birth of this baby. We were also told initially that we would only hear about the baby through an official bulletin posted at Buckingham Palace. At the last minute, that plan was changed, and an email was in fact sent out before the bulletin made its way to Buckingham Palace. So no official word on the first viewing of the baby yet, and I guess we should be prepared that even when it comes, those plans could change at the last minute.
Yes, they have changed as well. Now, of course, the speculation is intensifying about just what the boy will be called, Barbara.
Well, top names were George and James, according to bookmakers. There was also Louis, Edward in there. It's thought that the baby could have up to 4 names. Charles is another possibility that might be in the mix somewhere. It was apparently an entire month before Prince Charles' name was announced, a lot shorter time for his 2 sons. So again, we could hear about that within a day. It could be several days, or it could be a week or longer. So I'm sure the bookies will be happy as long as betting can still keep going on those names.
Yes, I'm sure it could. Now, we're running our own little poll here on ABC News Breakfast, Barbara, so you can chip in as well. What's your pick for the name?
I believe we had an office sweepstake, and I haven't checked it today. I believe I did say George, and I said the 21st of July. So I was almost correct there.
Almost. Close. We'll have
so
to
I think I stand to win. I might win $14.
$14, yes, and it is an ABC.
That's
ABC
how crazy
sweep,
we
of
got
course.
here in the London Bureau.
Yes, now
absolutely.
make sure you declare it, Barbara, as well, okay? Be very careful. Barbara Miller in London.
Public service sweepstake, for sure.
Indeed. You do what you got to do. Thank you so much.